Welcome back, everybody, to Extreme Anime Radio on YouTube. I'm happy to be joined right now by one of the newest cosplayers of our mascot, Sarah Yoshida. Please say hello to Brooke of Hunny B Cosplay. Hi, Brooke. Welcome.
Hi, guys. I'm so excited.
Thank you so much for joining us here. We really appreciate it, and we thank you so much for your help doing the amazing Sarah Yoshida cosplay that you did for Valentine's Day.
Oh, it was so much fun. I really need to get back into it so I can get some more updated ones for you guys.
So, a lot of our followers of Extreme Anime Radio have only seen you through that particular cosplay. So, for those of you who are watching and listening, we'll ask Brooke to introduce herself.
Hi, guys. My primary cosplays that I do are really a lot of Disney princesses because that's what I do on the side. I do characters for birthday parties and events and stuff like that. So my first and foremost, like my primary focus was Disney princesses because I had those costumes anyways. So my page is just flooded with princesses.
I'll put you on the spot. What's your favorite?
Oh gosh. Okay, so my absolute favorite that I do is Moana. She'll always be my top favorite, probably. My favorite that I'm preparing to do is Rapunzel because she's my favorite princess of all time.
Oh wow! I noticed. Yeah, you've posted a lot of wonderful Disney princess cosplays and outfits and whatnot. Have you ever been to Disneyland?
Oh, I haven't been to Disneyland, but I have been to Disney World so many times. I could tell you exactly, if you want something to do, I could probably plan out your vacation based on your taste.
That's my fault. I say Disneyland, and I kind of think of the whole umbrella right there of Disney properties.
Oh, they're very different.
What's your favorite part of Disney World?
Well, the classic Magic Kingdom is always just like, that's the quintessential Disney World experience because it's got Cinderella's castle, it's got Main Street, that's where Minnie and Mickey like to hang out. So if you want like classic Disney experience, that's where I love to go. That's where a lot of the princesses hang out too, so that's where I like to be. But I also really love Epcot because that's where Ariel and Moana have started hanging out a lot too.
Very good. So in addition to your Disney cosplays, you also do anime cosplays. When did you get started in anime and enjoying that?
I had an older brother growing up, and he was kind of a nerd, and he was really into anime too. He was watching a lot of like Bakugan and stuff like that. So I kind of started watching with him. I first got introduced with like Pokemon. I think that's every kid's like baby food of anime is Pokemon. And then I found Princess Tutu, which was like handmade for me. It was ballet and it was anime, so I was all about it. And then ever since then, I've just kind of been in love with all of them. But I like girly animes more than I like the like battling animes.
Right. I like slice of life, that sort of thing. So very good. Besides your Disney cosplays, if you were to pick a favorite anime cosplay of yours, what would it be?
Oh, this is another hard one, and I don't know why it's so hard. Probably one of my favorites was the Rico cosplay that got you introduced to me in the first place, that Water Blue New World Rico from Love Live. Well, it's Love Live Sunshine if we're going to be completely accurate, but it's beautiful and I love it so much. I actually sold it recently. That shoot that I did was the last shoot that I ever did with that costume, but it was a great way to send it off, and I think that is probably going to be one of my favorites for a while.
Let's talk about your experience in dance and ballet. When did that all start for you?
Originally, I was a gymnastics kid because I'm double jointed in my hips. So the doctors were like, what you really want to get her into at a very young age is stuff like gymnastics. It's going to help her stretch out and build strength in those joints. So I was in gymnastics, and they told my mom one day, they were like, hey, this is a competition team, and she's going to end up being too long to do gymnastics. We recommend you go to dance. So at 4 years old, they shifted me over from gymnastics that I was absolutely in love with to dance. And I had always been like a Barbie girl. I'm a very girly girl. So I loved looking at ballerinas and everything. And of course, Barbie was a ballerina. So it was love at first sight, I think. As soon as I hopped in, I never wanted to leave.
And I know you eventually then started point work. When did that start for you?
I think it was about 12 when we started working up the strength, because that's a really good time you've got all the base work. They wanted to make sure that we all had good training before we started working ourselves up onto point, because there's so much that can go wrong with it. So they really wanted to make sure that we had a good, strong foundation and understanding of how to hold ourselves and what muscles to work up and stuff like that.
You mentioned an important foundation that's required, and that will take us into the actual topic at hand. Your advice and recommendations for those who want to integrate ballet or dance into their cosplays.
If you are not experienced, it makes me so scared to see people try to go on to point on their box without any sort of training. Because again, even as an adult, there is so much that can go wrong with all those little bones in your foot, all those little ligaments in your foot. And it can really tear them up. So my biggest advice is if you really, really are dead set on wanting to utilize full on point work, to train. And you don't want to immediately start training with the point shoes on point on your box, because it's just not going to work out. You need to strengthen up those muscles first. You really need to get your ankles all strong and your toes. Obviously, you need to get your toes strong, but you really need to get your body prepared to hold yourself up in that extended amount of time for a photo shoot like that. But if you want like a quick, easy, I think soft shoes have the same effect, and you are obviously at a much lesser risk of hurting yourself on soft shoes. But you can there are so many like ballet flats, like actual street shoes that look like ballet shoes now, that it's nothing to go grab those and have the exact same effect in your photo shoot. And you're not risking yourself.
I see. Do you have any other ideas for future ballet cosplays? I know we've spoken about Sarah cosplays that you had in mind.
Yes, I really was inspired by one of our other Sarah cosplayers that takes her out to like little sweet shops. I can't remember her name right now.
It's that would be Invisible Wonders. That's Naku.
Yes, she is just the cutest, and I was super inspired by her. So I'm going to kind of take her out into more real world applications like that. So it kind of has the vibe of Sarah's being utilized by an ad agency to promote something or other, and they're utilizing her skills.
That's a very interesting approach.
Well, I love her in ballet costumes. I love all the artwork that we get of that, but I love the idea that she's a model and she's able to utilize that too. So I wanted to bring that in there too.
Good. And you mentioned before we recorded you had some other ballet cosplay ideas?
Yes. I'm wanting to do Spider-Gwen super badly because I love superheroes and I already have like a black cat spider, but I want to do as many spiders as I can. So I would love to intertwine both of my loves there with the ballet and the spider cosplays. So Spider-Gwen's definitely at the top of my list. I'm also, again, a diehard Barbie girl, so there are so many ballet Barbie cosplays that I want to get working on.
How many Barbie ballet movies have been made in the last 10 or 20 years? Is too much to count, right?
Yeah, not enough, actually, is the correct answer.
Really?
There hasn't been enough. They've started making Barbie more of like a modern pop star girl, and I'm like, take it back to the basics. Let's bring it back to the ballet.
Well, Brooke, we appreciate you taking some time to talk to us today. Do you have any other advice you'd like to share with regards to ballet cosplay safety?
Just really make sure that you are putting yourself first and your health first, and the aesthetic is beautiful, but what's really important at the end of the day is your own health and trying to force yourself up on that box. First of all, it's not going to look as great as you envisioned it in your head because you're not able to enjoy that time up there on your toes. You're not able to really extend yourself and get the correct lines that make ballet look so beautiful to all of us. So just please be careful and take care of yourselves. I want to see all your beautiful cosplays, and I want to see all of you guys getting to cosplay in the future, and that's not able to happen if you hurt yourself.
So, strong words of advice from a professional. Brooke, I thank you so much for joining us here. We really appreciate it for talking about ballet cosplay safety with us.
Thank you so much. It has been so much fun.
It has been, and we look forward to seeing your Sarah cosplays and your ballet cosplays and your cosplays in general going forward.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brooke. This is Extreme Anime Radio.